When you hear the word superfood, what comes to mind? For many people, the answer is avocado. For years, avocados have been praised for their creamy texture, rich flavor, and impressive nutritional profile. They've been hailed as a heart-healthy fat source, a weight-loss-friendly food, and a nutrient powerhouse. I'll admit it. I used to believe avocados were one of the most amazing foods you could possibly eat. I recommended them to patients, encouraged friends to add them to salads and smoothies, and even enjoyed them daily myself. But then, I discovered something that completely changed the way I look at this so-called perfect fruit. Here's something most people don't know. When avocados arrive at the grocery store, they're often placed into a special chamber where they're exposed to ethylene gas, a plant hormone that triggers ripening. This process is used to make them ready to eat faster and more consistently. The problem? Artificial ripening is not the same as natural ripening on the tree. When you ripen a fruit prematurely, you're halting the natural development of flavor compounds and phytonutrients. That's why you might notice this frustrating phenomenon. The avocado looks flawless on the outside. Perfect shape, perfect color. But when you cut into it, it's disappointing. The texture is off. The flavor is flat. Sometimes the inside is even stringy or grayish. Natural ripening allows antioxidants and micronutrients to fully develop. Artificial ripening skips that step. And anytime we force nature to speed up, the result is usually lower quality. And in this case, lower nutrition. If you're thinking, well, I'll just get my avocado benefits from avocado oil, I have news for you. That's not necessarily safer. A research study evaluated 22 different avocado oil samples, both refined and unrefined, from major brands. The findings were eye-opening. Let's do a simple experiment in your mind. Imagine slicing an apple in half. On one half, you squeeze lemon juice. On the other, you leave it exposed. After a short while, the untreated half turns brown. That's oxidation. It's essentially the rusting of food. Avocado oil is extremely prone to oxidation. Once oxidized, it not only loses its nutritional value, but it can also contribute to inflammation in your body. In fact, some avocado oils on store shelves are already significantly oxidized by the time you buy them. The same study revealed something even more disturbing. Many avocado oils aren't pure at all. Some were blended with cheap seed oils like soybean or canola oil. Others contained zero avocado oil despite being labeled as pure. In fact, 82% of the avocado oils tested were either rancid or adulterated. Imagine paying a premium price for what you believe is a healthy oil, only to be consuming something that's potentially harmful. To hide these problems, manufacturers often use a process called deodorization. This removes the smell of rancidity, but it doesn't remove the harmful compounds created by oxidation. You can't taste the damage, but your body will still experience the effects. Part of the reason this problem exists is because there are no official U.S. standards for avocado oil quality. Olive oil has strict definitions for what qualifies as extra virgin. Avocado oil doesn't. This lack of regulation opens the door for fraud. And country of origin labeling can be misleading. A bottle that says, "Product of the USA" could mean the avocados were grown in China, blended in Mexico, and bottled in the US. Even worse, there's no legal requirement for an expiration date. Many bottles have a best buy date, but that tells you nothing about when the oil was harvested or processed. Without that information, you could be buying oil that's already a year old and halfway to being rancid. If you still want to enjoy avocado oil, there are ways to protect yourself. Choose dark glass bottles over clear plastic. Light accelerates oxidation. Look for brands that list a harvest date or at least a true expiration date. Avoid the cheapest options. Quality costs more. For unrefined oil, look for a slightly green tint. That's the chlorophyll, a sign of freshness. The avocado trickery doesn't stop at oil. Many fast food guacamoles contain less than 5% avocado, sometimes none. They're padded with green peas, hydrogenated oils, and thickeners, creating a green paste that only looks like guacamole. Cosmetics are just as misleading. Products marketed as avocado oil creams or lotions often list soybean, palm, and mineral oil first. Avocado oil appears way down the ingredient list in trace amounts. It's a marketing illusion. If you want real avocado benefits, buy the fruit itself, but choose wisely. Prefer California-grown Hass avocados over cheap, shiny imports. Shine often means wax coating. Test ripeness with a gentle thumb press. Avoid ones that are too hard or overly soft. Buy individually rather than in bulk bags, which often contain lower quality fruit. When you get the real thing, avocados truly earn their superfood status. Healthy fat profile, only about 10% omega-6 fatty acids, compared to 40–50% or more in seed oils. High potassium content. One medium avocado can contain up to 900 milligrams of potassium, essential for heart and muscle health. Rich in magnesium. Supports nerve function, energy production, and electrolyte balance. These nutrients work together to reduce inflammation, support cardiovascular health, and promote healthy muscle and nerve function. Avocados can absolutely be a powerhouse food, but only if you buy the right kind and avoid the traps of artificial ripening, adulterated oils, and misleading labels. When possible, choose fresh, naturally ripened avocados from trustworthy sources. If you buy avocado oil, invest in high-quality, unrefined oil stored in dark glass with clear labeling. And remember, just because a label says pure doesn't make it so. Your health is worth the extra effort. The next time you reach for that avocado or avocado oil, you'll know exactly what to look for and what to avoid. If you found this eye-opening, make sure to watch my next video, where I'll dive deep into what potassium actually does for your body. You might be surprised how critical it is for your health.